Hi yo, welcome back to my channel. This is one of my favorite Portuguese dishes and it's called bacalhau a murro, or you can call that punched potatoes with roasted codfish. I'm so happy to share this recipe with you, so keep watching. Let's get cooking. To start making the dish, I'll start by washing my potatoes. And if you notice, I did not peel the potatoes because I need to roast them with the skin on. We'll then start piercing these potatoes with a fork. You pierce all your potatoes with a fork and place them on your baking tray. And you may ask, why do I have to pierce the potatoes? Well, you pierce the potatoes so when they roast, the skin doesn't swell up and crack. So with the holes in the potatoes, it releases air when it's roasting, and then you don't have too many cracks on the skin of your potatoes. That's all. When we finish piercing our potatoes, we will then sprinkle on some salt onto the potatoes before we pop them into the oven to roast. Put this in our oven and allow it to roast. And then in a separate pot, I'll be using frozen codfish for this recipe. And that is why I decided to boil the codfish first. And when I say boiling, it doesn't mean that I'm cooking it. It's just to give it some steam so that it doesn't stay too long in the oven when it's roasting, because when I roast it directly in the oven, it tends to cook longer. And since the chunks of codfish are frozen, I decided to steam them. After steaming, I will then strain the water from the codfish. Place this back, and then what makes this a recipe special is because we still pop in our steamed codfish in the oven to roast, and that is why the Portuguese call this bacalhau a murro, because it is a roasted codfish with roasted potatoes that you punch later on, but you see it as we go. I've put these two things to roast in the oven, and then we'll allow it to cook. On the side, we will then make our garlic and olive oil sauce. And I'll start by adding my extra virgin olive oil into my pot. Put enough olive oil because this food tends to soak up all the olive oil. So you need to put a lot of olive oil. We'll then add in our chopped garlic into the pot. Add some pepper. And some sweet pepper. The Portuguese call this colorau. So you can add your pepper and some colorau, the sweet pepper. Stir this together. And it's that simple. It's ready. We'll then check on our codfish and potatoes that have been roasting. And everything is all cooked and ready to go. So this is now the time to assemble the three things we made together, and voila, the food is ready. So we just have the garlic and the olive oil sauce, our roasted potatoes, and the roasted codfish. They are just the three things we use in making this dish. Wow. First of all, I'll use a clean towel, and this is to punch the potatoes. Also, this bowl of water is to help cool my fingers when I try to break apart the codfish, so I don't get burned. So I just use some water to chill or to cool my fingers when I begin to separate the codfish. I will then begin by pulling apart our roasted codfish into the separate bowl. Pull them apart. Ouch. Okay, I just put my hands in the water to cool my fingers, and then I'll make sure that I debone the codfish and pull them apart so people then don't get hurt when they eat this food. Okay, now this is the time to start punching our roasted potatoes. That is the next step. But first of all, I'll just cover the pot of the sauce so we don't put things in the sauce. And then with my clean towel, I'll place 3 potatoes. You can place 1, you can place 2 potatoes, it just depends on your preference. I just like to make things easier, so I put some 3 potatoes, roasted potatoes in the towel. I punch them or just mash, heat, then put them in our bowl. And that's what I'll do to the rest of the potatoes. We will then add the third element, the last but not the least, and that is to add our garlic and olive oil sauce right over the food. Pour this over the potato and the codfish. I will just add a little bit extra olive oil because I saw that the olive oil I actually put in the pot wasn't enough. Then I'll mix this together, and this is the easiest meal. You can see our food is all ready. That's simple. It's very, very simple. The final thing would then be to plate our food, and you can see the gorgeous colors, the broccoli, the green broccoli, and the salad, the rucola salad, and all that. I'll then plate this delicious codfish and potatoes in my beautiful plates that I got from Bordalo Pinheiro. I love the plates, and I'm using this cabbage plate, which is a typical plate from Portugal. I love plates from Bordalo Pinheiro. Then I'll beautify my codfish or bacalhau and murro with some salad and some cooked broccoli. You see how easy this meal was? Just the 3 steps. Roast your potatoes, steam your codfish, roast the codfish, and then make your sauce and then mix everything together. Portuguese dishes are usually very simple, and this is one of them. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was that simple to make. Just look at that. Try this recipe and drop your comments in the comment section. It's that simple. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and see you in my next video. Ciao.